When I first started gardening, I believed hard work, digging, turning, mixing, was the only way to a beautiful garden. I spent hours breaking my back each spring, convinced this was necessary. Yet, despite all my effort, my soil seemed to get worse, not better. After rain, the surface would crust, and weeds would explode overnight. I was exhausted, constantly battling problems I thought I was solving. Then, I noticed a patch of undisturbed ground nearby. Under a layer of old leaves, the soil was dark, moist, and teeming with life. No digging, no help from me. This was a revelation. Nature builds fertility without our interference. I decided to experiment. One bed, no digging, just a layer of compost on top. Friends were skeptical, warning my plants would fail. But I wanted to learn from nature, not fight it. That first year, the results surprised me. Healthy plants, fewer weeds. This was the start of my journey into no-dig gardening, a gentler, more effective way to work with the soil. I realized that sometimes doing less is the best thing you can do. The soil improved, and gardening became less of a battle. I stopped seeing myself as the soil's savior and started seeing myself as its partner. The less I interfered, the more the garden thrived. No-dig gardening isn't about laziness. It's about working with nature's wisdom. My garden became healthier, and so did I. The journey taught me that restraint can be more powerful than relentless effort. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is simply step back and let nature lead. We're taught that digging and mixing amendments is essential for healthy soil. Freshly turned earth looks productive, but this constant disturbance is often counterproductive. Digging disrupts the soil's living ecosystem, breaking fungal networks, harming earthworms, and exposing microbes to the elements. It's like flipping a city upside down. The community can't function. This disruption is why weeds thrive in freshly dug beds. Dormant seeds are brought to the surface. The cycle of digging creates dependency. The soil relies on our yearly interventions instead of sustaining itself. True fertility isn't about adding more inputs, but about creating conditions for the soil to build its own health. Constantly fixing the soil with digging and amendments is a temporary solution. Instead, we should focus on supporting the soil's natural processes. Healthy soil is a living community, not a project to be rebuilt every year. By disturbing less, we allow the soil to develop resilience and structure. The belief that more intervention equals better results is a myth. Real improvement comes from understanding and respecting the soil's own systems. No-dig gardening is a shift from control to collaboration. Let the soil do what it does best, heal and sustain itself. Sometimes the best improvement is to stop improving at all. Look at a forest or meadow. No one digs, yet the soil is rich and alive. Nature's secret is what's not happening. The soil is left undisturbed. Organic matter accumulates on the surface, leaves, dead plants, forming a protective mulch. This layer conserves moisture, suppresses weeds, and slowly decomposes. Soil organisms, bacteria, fungi, earthworms, do the real work, breaking down debris into humus. Earthworms pull organic matter down, creating channels for air and water. Fungi bind soil particles, building structure. All this happens from the top down, without digging. No-dig gardening simply mimics this process. Compost is added as mulch, not mixed in. Soil life incorporates it naturally, building fertility efficiently. By working with these natural tendencies, we create a resilient environment for plants. The less we disturb, the more the soil thrives. Our role is to support, not disrupt, this unseen work. Healthy soil is built by nature's slow, steady processes. Let nature's gardeners, worms, fungi, microbes, do their job. Modern soil science confirms what observant gardeners have long known. Minimal disturbance is key to healthy soil. Studies show no-till soils have better structure, more organic matter, and greater biological activity. Mycorrhizal fungi form networks with plant roots, extending their reach for water and nutrients. Digging destroys these networks, cutting off vital pathways. Research shows undisturbed soils store more carbon, benefiting both fertility and the climate. Keeping soil covered, never bare, protects it from erosion and moisture loss. Mulch or living plants shield the soil and feed its organisms. The science is clear. Less disturbance means healthier, more resilient soil. No-dig gardening isn't just tradition, it's evidence-based. By doing less, we're following the most advanced principles of soil management. Healthy soil is built by biology, not by force. Trust the science, and trust the soil. Sometimes the smartest action is inaction. In no-dig gardening, leaving organic matter in place is transformative. Instead of pulling plants out by the roots, cut them at soil level. Let the roots decay naturally. Decaying roots feed earthworms and microbes, creating channels for air and water. This helps the next crop grow stronger with less effort from you. At season's end, chop and drop plant remains as mulch. Don't clear the beds bare. This surface residue mimics a forest floor, feeding the soil from the top down. A messy garden is a sign of life, not neglect. Embrace the look of mulch and decaying roots. It means your soil is thriving. Leaving things be builds fertility and reduces work. Healthy soil is a living, self-sustaining system. Trust the process. Nature knows what it's doing. The less you interfere, the more your garden will reward you. Sometimes, the best action is to simply let things be. Keeping live roots in the soil year-round is vital for soil health. Plants don't just take from the soil. They give back, feeding microbes through their roots. Root exudates fuel bacteria and fungi, driving the engine of soil fertility. Bare soil starves this system. Living roots keep it alive and active. Cover crops or green manures fill gaps when main crops aren't growing. These plants protect the soil, prevent erosion, and feed soil life even in winter. When it's time to plant, simply cut down the cover crop and leave it as mulch. Continuous living roots mean continuous soil improvement. The result: better structure, more nutrients, and greater resilience. Plan your garden so something is always growing. Living roots keep the soil's ecosystem running, season after season. Healthy soil is never empty. Keep it alive and it will reward you. No-dig gardening is a slow, cumulative process. Real change takes time. The first year brings healthier plants and fewer weeds, but the real transformation happens over several seasons. Each year, as you add compost and leave roots to decay, the soil becomes richer and more alive. Earthworms multiply, structure improves, and water retention increases. After a few years, the soil is deeply fertile and self-sustaining. Weed pressure drops, and plants become more resilient. The need for outside inputs fades as soil biology unlocks nutrients. Patience is key. Nature works on its own timeline. No-dig gardening teaches us to value slow, steady progress. Each season, the garden becomes easier to manage and more abundant. You're not just growing vegetables, you're cultivating an ecosystem. The slow magic of nature is the true reward. Trust the process and let time do its work. The hardest part of no-dig gardening isn't physical, it's mental. We're conditioned to intervene, to fix, to dig. No dig asks us to step back, observe, and trust the soil. Restraint feels uncomfortable at first, but it's a skill that grows with practice. Instead of reacting, you learn to watch how the soil and plants respond. Over time, restraint becomes quiet confidence. You intervene less, act only when necessary, and let nature lead. This mindset shift is the heart of no-dig gardening. Restraint applies to watering, feeding, and pest control too. Healthy soil needs less of everything: less water, fewer fertilizers, fewer sprays. Observe first, act second. The wise gardener knows when to do nothing at all. Sometimes the greatest skill is knowing when to step aside. Starting a no-dig garden is simple. No deep digging required. Define your bed, lay cardboard over weeds, and top with a thick layer of compost. The cardboard smothers weeds and breaks down naturally. Spread compost about 15 centimeters deep. Homemade or bought, it all works. Don't mix it in, just lay it on top. Plant directly into the compost. Roots will find their way down. Water well to help plants settle. Each year, add a thin layer of compost as mulch. No digging needed. This annual top dressing feeds the soil, suppresses weeds, and conserves moisture. The soil improves year after year, becoming more fertile and self-sustaining. No more back-breaking work, just simple, thoughtful care. Let the soil build its own structure and health. No dig is about working smarter, not harder. The secret is consistency, not intensity. What gardening habit would be hardest for you to let go? Try doing less, and watch your garden thrive. Sometimes, the simplest steps yield the greatest rewards.